2019 Global MX-5 Cup Racing, one big change, two different cars, the ND2 and the ND1. Brian Wright from Long Road Racing is going to explain to us a few differences about each car.
Here we have an ND1 Global MX-5 Cup car. These were built between 2016 and 2018 by Long Road Racing in North Carolina for Mazda. This was the original car that we developed for the series with 155 horsepower and a red line of 6,800. And these cars competed really well. As we transform into the ND2, these are the 2019 cars. The main difference between the two is the engine. The new engine produces 181 horsepower and has a red line of 7,500. So it's higher revving and has more power. In looking at this car, we've also updated the computer to manage the performance of the vehicle and give the teams the opportunity to pull information from the vehicle in a different way. When you have higher horsepower and more RPMs, one of the things that you have to address is additional cooling. So Long Road Racing has added a radiator to the car that has additional capacity, as well as higher flowing oil coolers and cooling capacity. From a standpoint of a spectator, how do you distinguish the two cars? Because when you look at them, they look exactly the same. There are a couple subtle differences. First, on the ND1, you'll see that the top banner is red, and on the ND2, the top banner is black. Also, from the standpoint of the front, you'll see two main differences on the grille. The ND1s have Mazda written on the grille, and on the ND2, it's a mesh grille where Mazda is written on the hood. Other differences between the car, well, they both have a panel in the back separating the driver compartment from the gas tank in the trunk. We also have the battery relocated to the rear. The new battery for the ND2 has pretty much a fail-safe protection, so when voltage either goes too high or too low, it'll go into a limp mode where you can reset it, and it saves the battery from over-discharge. Additionally, we've spent a lot of time improving the grounds and the wiring for the ECU to gain power, as well as to make sure that the grounds are solid. In the roll cage area, we've added a little threaded plug right here so that we have additional grounding for the wiring, which is a more robust circuitry for the car. Here in the ND1, the original location for the fire suppression bottle was in the trunk. While everything's worked fine with that, we've updated the location on the ND2. We have placed the fire bottle inside the confines of the roll cage, a much more secure area and protected from any possible contact or damage from a rear impact.